This is not an ego game. It's not a game at all. It's to grow your business. And I want them following me and paying attention to me so they reach out to me when the time is right. And they do. They absolutely do. So, again, the timeline, right? They want to talk about the timeline. Same kind of thing. Fill out your business timeline for your business. And so what I do, again, I post content on a regular basis that is relevant for my audience. It's not just about social media either. I wrote some thoughts on the election here. I posted some things on I voted. Please vote, right? Remember, no matter who you vote for, please vote. If you don't vote, you can't complain. Well, technically, you can complain if you don't vote. Oh, never mind, just vote, right? I got a whole bunch of people who liked it. Got a lot of interaction. People voted. And I'll sometimes put on some good entrepreneur quotes for entrepreneurs, because my audience is entrepreneurs. They need a little bit of motivation. Start today, not tomorrow. If anything, you should have started yesterday. The earlier you start, the more time you have to mess up, right? Just some ways to keep people motivated through their day. Always remember to post content your audience wants. Now, let me show you something real fast. You see this right here? Can everyone see this? I put here, Facebook is making more changes. Do you like this new feature? I posted this an hour ago. How is that possible that I posted this an hour ago? I was here talking to you guys. Facebook has a change. You can actually time your updates. When you click on something and say hello, you can actually schedule it. Now, so you see here when you have an update, you type it in, there's a little clock pops up. Click on the clock. I want this posted next week, November 10th, November 14th, whatever, at 10 a.m. Schedule it. You can schedule out your thing. So if you're out of town for 4 days, and you want to schedule out things for 4 days, spend 20 minutes, schedule it out, and it updates for you.
Are they actually monitoring when people are actually using Facebook?
I'm sorry?
I know a lot of people
Thank you,
are
Chris.
using Facebook a lot more than I thought, during work hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I know corporations that are actually trying to incorporate Facebook
Yes.
into,
Yes.
what they're, whatever it is that
Yes.
they're doing, But
Yes.
are they actually, is someone behind the scenes, monitoring? Because I really take a look at when people are corresponding with you. Sometimes it's, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning when they're ready to start their day. So sometimes I find myself posting really early.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the end of the day, you're like way down here.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Is
yeah.
that just as important too?
Well, I think it's important no matter what to really create the good content and know when your audience is looking. It's really important to know that. If they're on at 5 a.m., then post your stuff at 5 a.m. If that's where you're getting your interaction, Chris, will be 1 second. Then no, it's fine. And then post based on what your audience wants, not what you want. You got a question?
Actually, I was going to make a comment. I recently read or heard somewhere that depending on the time of day you send your emails out, when they're more likely to get read.
Yes.
It actually isn't in the morning. I think it's early afternoon.
Yes, that's right.
Just after lunch, and specifically you want to get it done before 4 o'clock. Otherwise, was that you, Dave? That told me? He's smiling over there right now. So why don't you pick it up? Did I get it right so far?
No, it's actually, you can do it in the morning between 10 and something, and then,
That's,
and then around 3 or 4 o'clock.
and it's like Tuesday through Thursday, really, not Mondays and Fridays.
Tuesday and Thursday, don't do it on the weekends. Because I know if you're just like anybody else, like I do, I get up in the morning, go on my email, and just delete.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Chris.
Question, on a business site, I'm thinking just for us, so if we set up pages for boards, let's say, and I want to send out a reminder before each board meeting, just on your scheduling feature that you just pointed out, could I also attach a file that has been upgraded on its own? So, we've got some flowing action steps that we share among the boards. Will it grab that too and send out the action steps?
Not here. You have to. You can put if you have something online. You can share the URL. Right. I know what you're saying. You can't really attach documents here so easily. You have to have it coded in. But this is not, in my opinion, really the right forum to create a page for different tab boards. Right. There are a couple other ways. There's LinkedIn groups. There's Facebook has some groups. We had talked about that. Facebook. There's a problem with that because you have to be personally friends with someone. to join that group. Actually, maybe you don't have to be personally friends. I'm going to check on that for you, Chris. If you don't have to be personally friends, that'd be the best solution for you.
Because everybody gets Facebook.
Yeah.
Doug had a question.
So yeah.
I was
yeah.
going to suggest something like Basecamp for that kind of purpose.
I'm not familiar with Basecamp.
Oh, okay. Check it out. It's cool.
I don't know everything, guys. Newsflash. Wikipedia lists over 200 major social media sites. Major. 200. I focus on 9. All right. So I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything. Thank you, Basecamp. Everyone make a note of that, please. There's Google groups. I think we'll talk about the Facebook groups in a
We've got
minute.
about a half
Yeah.
hour left.
Okay, great.
Move on to.
Yes, I'm going to move. If anyone, so does everyone sort of get where I'm going with the Facebook thing, right?
David, did you base your presentation, some of it, off your survey? Because there's questions there.
Yes, that's right. The survey said, Facebook and LinkedIn were 2 of the most popular and the most desirable. There are others as well. A lot of people are confused about Twitter, which is understandable. If I have a moment at the end, I'll be happy to talk to you about Twitter. Twitter is a fascinating tool that doesn't make sense to a lot of people until you get it, then you go, there's what happening out there? And then you realize, oh wow, it's really kind of cool. And it also contributed to our ADHD culture, so it's not always a good thing. 140 characters, that's so many, So that's, we can talk about Twitter if I have a moment. Thank you, great question. Anything else on Facebook? Does everyone get this? Is everyone sort of understanding why I'm doing it, my logic? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Always put content your audience wants. Make them laugh. Make them laugh.
Show them how to expand the boxes across the whole thing.
Oh, thank you, yes. And the other thing you can do is if you want something highlighted, you can pin it to the top on your business page, not on a personal page. One thing you use, pin it to the top so that it always stays on top. All right, you can do that if you want to, so it always comes up on the top. You have something important you want people to share, or you can expand it. And you click on the little star, and yoink, and it goes all the way across. There's 2 ways to highlight your posts that you find most
You
important.
can pin that business, you can pin to the top, not personal.
I'm sorry? Yes, that's correct. Not personal, just
Because
business.
I've never seen that.
Right. Mhm.
Did you discuss it?
The little star.
Um,
Yoink, highlight.
So it just goes underneath it.
So President Obama's tweet, Chris, you like this. President Obama's tweet, 4 more years is the most retweeted tweet yet. Say that 10 times fast. With 450,000 retweets and counting. With his picture of hugging his wife. And Chris liked that the other day. There was some 350,000 tweets sent per minute on Tuesday. Unbelievable, unprecedented.
Hey, David.
Yes.
I've been told that you should stay away from politics, religion, and similar subject matter.
If you think of, you ever seen the movie Borat?
I think he means here.
That's right.
I
Anywhere.
didn't mean
Anywhere. Right? And I was talking about this, and I put a blog post about this called Politics. I just wrote about this, actually. Synergy Social blog. It's a great question. I actually blogged about it just before the election because I absolutely agree with you. Politics, your business, and social media, right? Don't talk politics on social media. If you do, make fun of the process, make fun of both sides equally, right? Because what's going to happen? If I'm very, very, very political, right? I have very strong political beliefs. I keep them to myself. Why? Because if I talk about my beliefs strongly, I'm going to galvanize the people who agree with me and upset everybody else. Not just people who disagree with me, but the political agnostics, the people who don't care about politics. They're going to be annoyed. Like, oh, another political rant. Great, wonderful. Then they're going to skip right by me. I'm going to anger some people and upset the rest, and maybe just a handful of people who I already agree with. We're just going to agree with each other. So we can join separate political forums to have those conversations. That's exactly right. And same with religion. Why? Why upset people? Why say you're going to hell, or God is wrong, or you're an idiot, and then, why? What do you hope to get? I understand that you just want to express yourself, but maybe this isn't the right forum. If you're an atheist and you hate religion, join an atheist forum. If you're religious and hate atheists, join a religious forum. If you're a Republican and hate Democrats, join a Republican forum, so on and so forth, right? There's a time and place for it. So absolutely, I in my experience, stay away from those topics. Because why? What do you hope to gain? That goes for any of it. Any other questions?
Just one thing I was hoping you'd point out is, on the business Facebook page, one of the things that I find most important that help me on my business page is the metrics section.
Yes, right here.
And that is to gauge what your interaction level is.
Yes.
And specific to your point, how do I know
What's working?
what's working and what's not?
Right.
I can tell that if I post something from my corporate
Right.
headquarters, that my audience is bored.
And if I put
It doesn't come from me and my personality, they're totally bored.
right.
And you can see my
That's right.
interaction dip.
Here it is, and here's that interaction chart. And I put on here when I said please vote no matter what. That was the biggest interaction I've gotten in a while.
Yeah, you can see.
Right? You can
launch
see
it.
how impactful your stuff is. You can see if people are engaging or not. Some of the stuff people don't care.
So you can see that 5%, they don't really care about. Yeah.
Right. So that's a great point. Yes, thank you. The analytics are very important. I have 20 minutes left and I have to talk about LinkedIn. So can we wrap up Facebook real fast, guys?
Yes.
Everyone understand it? Everyone get?
Oh, yeah.
Content is king. Perfectly. You're an expert. LinkedIn. LinkedIn at its core is your online resume, but it's an awful lot more than that. It's an awful lot more than that. It's a website for professionals, not for business. This is a professional's website. This is your professional profile. So here, let's go ahead and,
But you can create.
yes, but at its core, they just did that. They're trying to get into the business, but it's best for professionals. Keep that in mind. You can create business pages and so on and so forth. They upgraded them. They're still really weak, in my opinion, even after the upgrade. But this is really, at its core, the best for professionals. So you see here, right? I have my photo. I have my name and my Chinese name, Du Dawei, because I want Chinese people to know me. I want them to know, hey, I can reach out to you. This is my Chinese surname, Du. It's a 15th century Chinese poet. And Dawei means David or big guardian or very sanitary, one of the three. So I'm not kidding either.